Welcome back to Car Auto Tune-Up. The 2026 Porsche K1 Electric is more than just a new addition to the Porsche lineup. It marks a revolutionary step into a future defined by clean performance, bold design, and forward-thinking luxury. In today's detailed review, we'll dive deep into what makes this electric SUV a standout in the premium segment, from its arresting exterior to a tech-loaded interior, and performance that lives up to the Porsche badge. The K1 might just be the most exciting EV of 2026. Let's take a close look. Starting with the exterior, the front of the K1 is unmistakably Porsche, but not in a way that feels repetitive or uninspired. The LED matrix headlights are thin, aggressive, and shaped in a sharp horizontal stance that gives the K1 a futuristic glare. Unlike the Taycan, which leans into elegance, the K1's fascia emphasizes power and dominance. The front bumper incorporates active aero flaps that adjust based on speed and temperature needs, which not only looks cool but also contributes to its exceptional aerodynamics. A wider-than-usual grille design channels airflow into the underbody cooling system, which Porsche claims enhances both range and battery longevity. Looking at the side profile, the K1's proportions are bold, athletic, and surprisingly coupe-like for an SUV. It rides on massive 24-inch aero-optimized wheels, with a new turbine spoke design that improves brake cooling. The flared wheel arches house adaptive air suspension components, allowing the K1 to hunker down at high speeds or lift up for off-road conditions. Yes, Porsche says this EV is designed to handle light off-roading, with features like terrain response modes and electronically locking differentials. The door handles sit flush with the body and automatically pop out as you approach, and the character lines across the doors are subtle but distinct, almost like stretched muscles beneath the paint. The charging port is cleverly integrated into the front fender, accessible with a soft tap and available on both driver and passenger sides depending on the configuration. From the rear, the K1 continues Porsche's tradition of sporty tails with a continuous LED light bar that spans the entire width. The taillights aren't just decorative EV, they also include Porsche's new dynamic signaling technology that adapts to weather conditions, making them brighter in fog or snow automatically. The sloped rear glass and integrated roof spoiler help direct airflow while reinforcing the coupe SUV silhouette. No fake exhausts here, just a beautifully sculpted diffuser designed for downforce and efficiency. The rear hatch opens electronically with gesture control, and the cargo space underneath is surprisingly generous for a vehicle with such performance ambitions. Now step inside, and the K1 instantly impresses with a cabin that blends futuristic minimalism with luxury comfort. The cockpit is entirely digital but refreshingly tactile where it counts. A massive curved OLED display dominates the dashboard, stretching from behind the steering wheel to the center stack. The instrument cluster is fully customizable, showing real-time performance data, navigation, and driver assistance readouts. There's also a secondary display for the passenger, integrated seamlessly and controllable independently. It can handle media, climate, or even co-pilot navigation tasks. Materials throughout the interior are exquisite. Porsche offers vegan leather, natural wool blends, and recycled carbon composite options. In typical Porsche fashion, everything feels aligned. The buttons have that satisfying click, the switches glide smoothly, and even the air vents are motorized for precise direction and temperature control. Ambient lighting can be configured across 30 zones, and the sound insulation is so effective that at city speeds, the cabin is nearly silent. The seating position is commanding but sporty. The front seats offer a teen-way adjustability, heating, ventilation, and a massage function with programmable patterns. Rear passengers aren't left out either. The K1 offers a rear executive seating package with individual chairs, fold-out tables, and rear infotainment screens. Headroom and legroom are impressive thanks to the long wheelbase, and the panoramic roof opens almost the full length of the cabin, flooding the space with natural light. Under the hood, let's talk about performance here, because while the K1 is electric, it's still a Porsche. It's built on Porsche's SSP Sport platform, shared with upcoming high-performance VW Group vehicles but uniquely tuned. Dual electric motors provide all-wheel drive, and depending on trim, the output ranges from 600 to over 1000 horsepower in the Turbo S variant. Yes, you heard that right, 1000 horses in an SUV. Acceleration is otherworldly. The base model hits 0-60 in 3.8 seconds, while the Turbo S shatters it in just under 2.7. Porsche's torque vectoring system works alongside active roll stabilization to give the K1 unbelievable cornering capability for a vehicle of its size. Even on twisty roads, It behaves more like a Panamera than a traditional SUV. Top speed is limited to 155 miles per hour on the standard trim and 180 miles per hour on the high-performance models. Porsche engineers have also integrated a new form of regenerative braking that feels organic and allows for true one-pedal driving. Drivers can choose between 3 levels of reg and aggressiveness, and there's a smart adaptive setting that learns your braking habits over time. The range is equally impressive. The K1 uses a 120 kWh battery pack and supports 920-volt fast charging architecture. Under ideal conditions, you can get up to 370 miles of range on a full charge. Plug into a compatible DC fast charger and the K1 can go from 10% to 80% in about 18 minutes, faster than almost anything else on the market today. Driver assistance is handled by Porsche's updated InnoDrive system, which includes adaptive cruise, lane centering, autonomous parking, and even limited hands-free driving on mapped highways. A lidar sensor discreetly mounted in the front grille enhances precision, and over-the-air updates mean that system capabilities can evolve over time. On the road, the K1's ride quality is remarkable. The adaptive air suspension constantly adjusts to road conditions, and Porsche's acoustic glass keeps outside noise to a minimum. Whether you're coasting through the city or taking on a mountain road, the K1 adapts effortlessly, making it feel smaller and nimbler than its size suggests. Pricing for the 2026 Porsche K1 Electric reflects its premium nature, but Porsche has taken care to offer multiple trims. The base K1 starts around $96,000 before incentives, which is competitive considering its specs. The mid-tier 4S variant comes in at about $110,000, while the turbo trim pushes closer to $140,000. At the top end, the Turbo S with all available packages can reach upwards of $180,000. That said, it includes performance rivaling exotic EVs that cost well over $200,000, making the value proposition surprisingly solid for buyers in this category. Optional packages include a Carbon Sport design package, Off-Road Explorer pack with reinforced skid plates and adaptive terrain control, and a Grand Touring package that adds extended battery range, premium sound from Burmester, and enhanced rear passenger comfort. There's also an optional performance track suite, which equips the K1 with a telemetry logger, G-force sensors, and cooling upgrades for sustained high-speed driving. As we wrap up, it's clear the 2026 Porsche K1 isn't just another luxury EVA, it's a flagship. It redefines what an electric SUV can be, combining the heritage and handling of a Porsche with cutting-edge EV tech and luxurious practicality. Whether you're a loyal Porsche enthusiast or someone making the jump from combustion to electric, the K1 delivers a near-perfect blend of design, speed, innovation, and everyday usability. It doesn't scream for attention like some over-styled rivals, it turns it through presence, performance, and that signature Porsche confidence. From the minute you approach it to the second you let off the accelerator after a high-speed run, the K1 reminds you that the future of driving isn't just efficient, it can be absolutely thrilling. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2026 Porsche K1 Electric, hit the like button and subscribe for more in-depth car reviews, performance tests, and exclusive sneak peeks at the world's most exciting vehicles. Drop your thoughts on the K1 in the comments. Would you choose this over a Tesla Model X or the BMW XM60? We want to hear from you. Until next time, stay curious, stay driven, and keep your battery full.